Whether you realize it or not, if you're on a GLP-1 like Tirzepatide or Semaglutide, you've already entered the world of peptide therapy. But for many of my patients, weight loss or finally improving their overall health through lifestyle modification is just the first step. They also want to know how to heal an old injury or build lean muscle, increase sleep quality, improve their sex life, or fix brain fog that's been lingering for years. These and other health quality improvement goals has led to the rise of peptide stacking finding its way into use in GLP-1 communities. In the biohacking and longevity communities, peptide stackings are already common. We see combinations like BPC 157, TB 500, and CJC 1295 being used to supercharge the body's natural repair mechanisms. But here's the potential problem. When you stack multiple signaling molecules, the complexity and the risk goes up and up. Not to mention, most docs don't really deal with this part of medicine, leading to you and other patients trying to find and figure it out all on their own, online and following bro science. Let's fix that. I'm Dr. G, internist and lifestyle medicine coach in Hollywood, Florida. And a quick note before we dive in. This video is for education only. It's not for personal medical advice. Peptides are powerful biological signaling tools. You should always talk with your clinician who knows you best about what's right for your situation, especially regarding the sourcing and legality of these particular substances. Today, we are breaking down what I currently see as 4 of the most popular peptide stacks, why they are used, and how to combine them safely with your GLP-1 protocol. I'll also share 4 things I recommend you should do to keep you on the safe side when stacking peptides. Let's look at the data. First off, you may be wondering, what the hell is a peptide stack? A peptide is simply a short chain of amino acids. Think of them as messengers. They tell your cells to do a specific set of things, like grow or repair, burn fat, or lower inflammation, for example. Stacking is the practice of using 2 or more peptides that work through different pathways to achieve a single goal. When we combine these with GLP-1s, we're essentially trying to fine-tune the weight loss and metabolic reset process. While the GLP-1 handles the metabolic side, other peptides can focus on protecting your muscle or healing your joints or further decreasing inflammation all over your body. However, while we do this, we have to be careful about receptor overload. Your body has a limited number of docks for each of these messengers. If you throw too many signals at the body at once, you risk not getting better results while also getting more of the side effects. You should always prioritize targeted stacking, which basically means choosing the right tool for a specific clinical need. Stack number 1. It's called the Wolverine Healing Stack. It's BPC 157 plus TB 500. This is one of the most popular stacks in the GLP-1 community right now. It's called the Wolverine Stack, like I said, consisting of BPC 157 and TB 500. Now, BPC 157, also known as the body protection compound, is a peptide originally found in human gastric juices. It's actually famous for promoting angiogenesis as well, the formation of new blood vessels. And this is critical for some parts of the body because tissues like tendons and ligaments have very poor blood supply, which is a major reason why they heal so slowly from injury or inflammation. And TB500, which is thymosin beta-4, is a peptide that works on a cellular level to promote cell migration and regeneration, also enhancing the healing process. So why do we stack these 2 with a GLP-1? Many patients on GLP-1s are starting exercise for the first time in years. And this often leads to overuse injuries like tendonitis or shoulder tweaks or knee pain and muscle soreness. The Wolverine Stack is used to accelerate the repair of that musculoskeletal tissue so you don't have to stop your fitness momentum or have that nagging feeling of wanting to quit the journey altogether because of the pain. And here's something you'll probably come across when you're looking into BPC 157. It is incredibly effective for gut health as well, but because it promotes blood vessel growth, it should be avoided by anyone with a history of active malignancy. I always recommend screening for the most common cancers and taking a good history of cancer overall before starting angiogenesis promoting peptides like BPC 157. Stack 2 is the body recomposition stack, CJC 1295 and Ipamorelin. Now, if you have a concern of Ozempic face or notice extreme muscle wasting on your lifestyle journey, then CJC 1295 and Ipamorelin stack is the gold standard for growth hormone optimization. Ipamorelin is a secretagogue, meaning it tells your pituitary gland in your brain to release a pulse of natural growth hormone. And CJC 1295, especially the no DAC version, extends the life of that pulse. Together, they mimic a more youthful growth hormone profile. Now, what is this stack good for? And why is this important? One of the side effects of rapid weight loss is a drop in growth hormone, GH, and IGF, insulin-like growth factor 1. By stacking CJC and Ipamorelin, you are providing a muscle shield. And this stack helps you with lean muscle retention, first of all, ensuring that weight loss is more fat and less muscle. And number 2, sleep quality. Deep sleep is when your body repairs itself, and this stack helps with that. And number 3, skin elasticity, supporting collagen production during fat loss. Another thing this stack is good for. The strategy here is typically you take it at night on an empty stomach to take advantage of your body's natural nocturnal GH pulse. The end result is muscle growth and tightening skin, which then appears to help keep lean muscle mass and tighten skin as you lose weight on a GLP-1. Now, stack 3, the fat loss and metabolic stack. That's tesamorelin and AOD 9604. For patients struggling with stubborn visceral fat, the scientifically proven dangerous fat around your organs that you can see on a DEXA scan, we look at tesamorelin and AOD 9604. Tesamorelin is actually FDA approved for reducing abdominal fat in specific populations. It is a powerful growth hormone releasing hormone, GHRH analog. And AOD 9604 is a fragment of the growth hormone molecule specifically designed to stimulate lipolysis, which is fat burning, without affecting blood glucose levels or IGF-1 levels. So how does this stack work with your GLP-1? While your GLP-1 reduces overall appetite and improves insulin sensitivity, this stack spot targets the metabolic efficiency of fat cells. It's like the GLP-1 turns off the intake valve and tesamorelin AOD 9604 opens the exhaust valve for your fat stores. And stack 4, longevity and brain health. This is a different stack. It's GHKU or the copper peptide and Semax. This stack is the least popular on the list, but I do get questions about them on a weekly basis and requests for them individually. Let's start with the copper peptide. I've talked about it in a different video, but frequently this is used for skin regeneration and hair growth. When weight loss happens quickly, GHKU or the copper peptide can help with skin snapback and preventing telogen effluvium, which is a common but temporary condition resulting in severe hair thinning, usually in response to high stress, illness, and can be seen in rapid weight loss, like when you're using a GLP-1. Now, Cmax and CellLink, these are cognitive enhancers. And since some patients experience mental fatigue on GLP-1s, these Russian-developed peptides are used to improve focus and memory and reduce stress by modulating BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Now, these are often added towards the end of a weight loss journey to polish off the results, so to speak, and support the brain's transition to a new metabolic set point. I personally have not had experience with these, the CellLink especially, and the stack together, but I have seen them quite a bit in my research of peptides. So now let's talk safety, and I recommend you stack without the crash. Stacking is definitely not for beginners, and you should definitely get guidance from a medical professional familiar with peptides. This is what I generally recommend before getting started on a peptide stack for all of my patients. And here are 4 things that I recommend. Number 1, get stable on your GLP-1 for at least 8 to 12 weeks before adding anything else. You need to know how your body reacts to one variable at a time before you start adding anything else. Number 2, cycling is mandatory. Peptides are signals. If you scream at a cell forever, it eventually plugs its ears and downregulates, resulting in a blunted receptor response. No, like a toddler. Most stacks, like CJC and Ipamorelin, should be cycled. 5 days on, 2 days off, or 3 months on and 1 month off. Anything like that. My third recommendation, sourcing matters. Peptides are currently classified as research chemicals for the most part, and the research chemical market is totally unregulated. Contaminated peptides can cause massive immune reactions or infections, or just bad side effects in general outside of those 2 things. And always use a licensed pharmacy through a qualified clinician you know and trust to make sure you're getting good meds. And the 4th recommendation is blood work is king. you must track your IGF-1, your fasting insulin, your liver enzymes, because peptides can shift these markers quickly without you feeling a thing. So as you can see, it's pretty obvious, GLP-1s and other peptides we just covered in this video, that peptide therapy is the next frontier of lifestyle medicine. When used correctly though, these stacks don't just help you lose weight, they help you rebuild a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. But remember, no peptide stack can outwork a poor nutrition and poor workout habits or a lack of sleep. Peptide stacks are force multipliers for the work you are already doing in the gym and in the kitchen and on your behavior/lifestyle choices overall. I'm Dr. G, and if you found this breakdown of peptide stacking helpful, please hit that subscribe button below. It helps the channel grow and gets the evidence-based information to more of the people who need it most. Check the description for how you can actually book a one-on-one consultation with me to personalize your lifestyle journey and plan. Stay informed, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon.